it's Froggy, and I'm back again with another episode of Mystic Messengers. We got a new chat room open called Evaluation with Jahi. Mila, have you had your lunch? Not yet. I did. Skipping today. I did. I see. So did I. I had salad. Well, Mr. Han was holding a meeting with V and the Prime Minister. I had group lunch with the intelligence unit. How was it? This is the first day of work for everyone, isn't it? It is. Most of them are from other departments. There's this in-company policy called CNR Job Market. It allows an employee to change occupation within the company. Given that the employee had worked for at least 2 years in his or her department, thanks to this policy, we could recruit employees who actually wanted to join us. I'm glad that we're having a good start. We will soon build a solid inner system until we recruit outside personnel, of course. Even if we manage to formulate a system, it will take a very long time. Until we can match Lucille's talent. The difference between talent isn't something that can be overcome. Our goal is peace. Let's keep that in mind. Of course. Since I'm constantly getting reminders, I surely won't forget that part. Which reminds me, I've heard nothing from Mr. Han or V yet. Is their meeting taking long? If that's the case, I hope it's for a good reason. I kind of have a bad feeling. Tell me about it. I wish his pictures would sell at a high price. I have a bad feeling. I believe Mr. Han and V would have attended to this matter impeccably. Mr. Han, glad to see you. I need more black and brown. I beg your pardon? I mean the threads for the stitching. Oh. So you're stitching right now. How did the meeting go? I see you are here as well, Mila. I'd like to know too. It feels like it took longer than I thought. So, is there any good news? Unfortunately, we have nothing. Did something happen? You mean V lost this golden opportunity? No. Yes. The Prime Minister wanted to purchase V's photos, but V declined. So the meeting ended rather in a disappointment. It only took 20 minutes. He declined, but why? He said it's personal reasons. I see. I'm sure V had a good reason. I'm sure it's related to that secret of his. Just what could it be? I'm sure he had a good reason. Yes, I agree, but I'd really like to know why. I thought this would be his opportunity to step higher in his career. My guess is that it's related to the statement that he made after Rika's death. He said that he won't take any more pictures after what happened to her. It's not that I don't understand why V's having such a hard time, but too bad. It was a great opportunity. I agree. Personal feelings are personal, and business is business. He just can't tell apart his personal life from his business life, can he? V has lots of complicated secrets to bear. I'd like to think he made the right choice. It's weird that Ray and V just agreed on something. It's difficult to determine whether he made a right choice or not, as we don't know the exact reason why he declined. It was a golden opportunity for him to mark his name on more lips. Did he really have to be so strict about it? Didn't V tell you anything else in particular? Was the Prime Minister understanding? But if your meeting ended in 20 minutes, where have you been all this time? For some reason, he was particularly silent today. Perhaps he doesn't politically favor the Prime Minister. He was quite cold. V? Cold? That's not something my imaginations can fathom. I must admit that V was far from his usual self. Which is why I just couldn't send him back when the meeting closed. After the meeting, I got to enjoy lunch with V for once, but he didn't appear to be in good shape. He barely touched his food. He didn't look like he was in a good mood during the meeting either.
I see. Is he ill?
Ill. He didn't really look ill back there.
I think what matters more to V is his mental health. He must have had lots of things burdening his mind. I think V is ill. Both his body and mind seem weak. He must have had a lot going on.
Mental health? You're right. In V's case, it is his immaterial aspect that is urging him to neglect his material aspect.
I wish he'd be healthy. Most importantly, he's the representative of the RFA.
I agree.
Since his beloved woman departed, he must be going through drastic emotional pain.
But it is foolish to decline a business or strain himself just because of his emotions. Don't you agree?
I wouldn't have let that opportunity slip away. I'd like to think that he has his reasons. Human mind isn't simple, you know. You're right. But emotions are something that is out of the human league.
You're right. Which is why he's being foolish. But this isn't the first time that I'm seeing him like that.
What was the Prime Minister's response? I think he was quite flustered.
He was quite disappointed.
I'm sure he was. I wish he'd tell us exactly why he declined. He could have had a new recruit. Even I'm disappointed.
Ask V if you'd like to know.
But will he tell me?
Maybe he won't tell us. However, he might tell Mila, since they share some sort of secret.
Jimin, what do you think? What was the Prime Minister like? Do you think the Prime Minister would request another appointment? Did you have a feeling that V is hiding something? What was the Prime Minister like?
A humble and virtuous politician, should I say.
You found him favorable.
He had this humane touch of personality. I've met several people in the politics, but I'd say he's a very fine type.
Perhaps it's too early to ask this. But do you think he's a good candidate for the presidency?
Yes. If everything I've found out about him is true.
If he's really a good person with fine talents, I'm sure he'll be perfect for presidency. Then that would mean we can trust him. I hope he's a good person, but why do I have this bad feeling?
He possesses extremely high standing, after all. I'm not surprised you feel intimidated by his social and political power.
I'd like to view him positively, if you found him favorable. I wonder what he liked about V's photos. I hope he's not the type of politician who'd pull a bunch of shows. What's his political standing?
He's trying to pull the wool over our eyes. But some say that politics is a living anthology of shows. Perhaps no one can survive in its grand stage without ranking the daily profits instead of stubbornly clinging to ideals.
That would be very brutal if that's the case.
A gathering place of powers is bound to be close to vicious.
As for me, personally, I am opposed to the politics the Prime Minister proposed when he was in the legislative body.
I see. I think differently. Is that his kid? Oh, did they have a little brother? Is this an image for reference?
It is not right to judge people based on looks, but there is no doubt that the Prime Minister is one of the most handsome people among politicians. I don't think discussions on politicians' looks have any particular meaning. He's good looking, but he looks kind of similar to someone.
Who?
I'm not sure. If I dare say. Doesn't he look similar to Lucille?
My eyes just spotted what looked like possible evidence of plastic surgery.
Is that true?
Plastic surgery is rather common in politics. It's not surprising.
I see.
Which is why. I believe discussions on looks of politicians is fruitless. If he can prove and continue to prove that my eyes are correct, then maybe I'll be motivated to support him during the election campaign.
Oh dear.
The novel revision bill for the market he proposed includes several articles that would positively affect C&R. Deregulation of trade restrictions, deregulation of commercial building restrictions, regulation plans for corporate tax rate.
I think those articles are concerned more with business. Don't you think people should come first? I don't know. I'll side with the majority. I think a country must grow for every citizen's sake. I think we're going to the right directions. People should come first. I agree. I thought that deregulations would weaken the grounds for small-scale business and sole proprietors.
They will partially. However, through deregulations, professional business would be in play. And consumers would find better service and products.
And that will be the case until giant corporations take over the market. I think the world would stop running just because I tune out how the politics or this planet works. I hope this policy would raise more qualified workers than support business. I don't think giant corporations will always assume the bad role in the economy as long as there are good, qualified workers. I agree. I think that is the right direction of investment nowadays.
I don't know about that.
Once giant corporations take over the market, wouldn't consumers find most of the shelves filled with low-price factory-manufactured products?
Fair competition among giant corporations would be the solution to that.
I just came up with a counterpoint to that, but I dare not speak it, lest this conversation never ends.
I never thought I'd get to talk about politics with you.
Politics are a sensitive topic. I think it's okay as long as we respect each other's opinions. I mean, we live in a democratic country. I'm not really interested in politics. Democratic country. True. However, it could end in a formidable experience if the discussion involves a gruesomely uncooperative listener.
My father always told me to beware of politics and religion.
I think that's because the line between objectivity and subjectivity is blurred, and they play huge roles in personal lives.
But it is a small pleasure to have an acquaintance or two to enjoy a free debate on those topics. Isn't political knowledge a must for a businessman? You're right. We should talk about politics more often. I didn't know that you were interested in politics. Isn't political knowledge a must for the businessman? It is. The reason why I read more than 10 newspapers per day is to get a picture of the mainframe of the politics. It is essential for a person in charge of a business to get a sense of the mainstream articles.
I'm sure that is inevitable, sir, but when are you coming back?
I'm almost there. I'd like to get a briefing on the intelligence unit as soon as I get there.
I'll have it prepared in the meeting room.
Very well.
It was nice talking to you. I'll see you again, Juman. It was nice talking to you.
고마워.
It was a pleasure for me as well. Now excuse me.
I must prepare for the briefing. As far as I know, Mr. Han is close to conservation, according to statistics. It is more likely for those from economically sufficient class to be politically conservative. What do you think about your own political standing? I think I'm close to conservative. I think I'm close to liberal. I wish we could all be together regardless of political preference. Somewhere in between, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'd be more liberal, honestly. I see.
If those are my options.
I'm in the middle, if I were to define myself. I wonder if the rest of the RFA is interested in politics. My personal interest in politics is but small, but if there's anyone who's interested, I know this political scientist who can make politics as easy as learning alphabets.
Who is it?
He used to dream of being a comedian, but he didn't pass any of the auditions. He took the test to be an accountant, but it didn't work out either, so he started to study political science. Did he reach enlightenment after multiple failures? His book, titled Political Science for Dummies, used to be a bestseller in the political literature. Why don't we invite him to the party?
I'm not really interested. Yeah, let's do it.
Very well. He'll serve as a highly entertaining tutor in politics, and then I'll contact him to contact you. Oh, I got a contact. Mr. Han must have arrived. Mila, now I must go prepare the briefing. It was great talking to you.
Let's chat again. I enjoyed it too. Good luck on the rest of your duties. I'll see you. Let's chat again.
I hope we can. Now excuse me.
And I remember there's a Ray mode after. Yes. My dear darling Ray. Ugh. And some emails.
왔구나.
구원자님, 보고 드리려고 왔어요.
그 전에 우리 구호의 전문을 듣고 싶어. 레이가 내 앞에서 말한 지 꽤 오래된 것 같거든.
민트가 얘 영원한 낙원을 위하여 구원자님의 곁에서 죄송해요. 구원자님의 곁을 마지막까지 지키겠다고 내 모든 상처를 걸고 맹세합니다. 어제 저녁부터 빼낸 정보는 총 6건, 그중 지난 파티 참가자 정보를 2건 발견했고, 진행 중인 내용은 출입 시스템 보안 업그레이드와 해킹 시스템의 3차 업그레이드. 자세한 내용은 보고서를 가져왔... 잠시만요.
그 구호 제대로 지키고 있니?
네,
내 옆을 마지막까지 지킬 거라는 거. 레이의 모든 상처를 걸고.
네. 전 언제까지나 구원자님의 곁을
지킬 거라면 왜 그러는 거야?
네.
정말 모르는 거야?
구원자님, 생각해 볼게요.
레이의 얼굴이 왜 이렇게 됐을까?
Oh my god, stop! You stupid twit!
얼굴이 새하얘. 날 지켜주겠다고 하는 내 아이의 얼굴이 왜 이렇게 된 걸까?
구원자님,
어제 저녁부터 레이 너에 대한 보고만 수십 번 받고 있어. 잠들기 전에도 네 생각을 했단다. 약을 마시는 것도 하나하나 감시해야 하다니. 넌 정말 손이 많이 가는 아이구나.
죄송해요. 최선을 다했는데 부족했나 봐요. 이제부터는 약도 거르지 않고 보안도 게을리하지 않고 구원자님이 만족하시는 결과가 나올 때까지 계속 열심히 해서.
그 얘기는 저번에 들었던 것 같은데, 이 건물 지하에서 이제 슬슬 지겨워지려고 해. 기억나? 불과 몇 달 전이었잖아. 이런, 눈에 힘이 빠졌구나. 가여워라.
Why can't we just walk in and save him right now?
약이 부족한가?
부족하지 않아요, 구원자님. 약은 충분해요.
넌 너에게 충분한 게 뭔지 잘 몰라. 내가 몇 번이고 말했잖아. 역시 넌 오만해지고 있어.
아니에요. 그렇지 않아요. 전 구원자님을 절대로 배신하지 않아요.
또 이러네. 네 생각을 듣고 싶은 게 아니야, 레이. 네 말이 사실인지 증명하는 것은 행동이지 말이 아니란다.
하지만 전 진심인거려. 진심으로 최선을 다한거려.
진심이라는 것도 레이, 네 머릿속에만 있는 생각 아닐까? 증명할 수 없잖아. 그런 것을 옳다고 말하는 게 오만한 거야. 네가 믿을 수 있는 건 앞으로 완성될 낙원과 구원뿐이야. 지금처럼 약한 넌 생각할 자격도 없어. 너 같은 아이가 스스로 생각하면 재앙만 불러일으켜. 네가 뜻하지 않더라도 아무리 진심이라고 울부짖어도 너 스스로 생각하고 행동하면 모든 걸 망치게 돼. 그러니 넌 네 마음대로 생각하고 행동할 자격이 없는 거야. 그렇지 않니?
맞아요, 구원자님.
그러니까 너는 네가 하는 모든 결정을 구원자인 내게 맡기기로 약속한 거야. 그렇지?
네, 구원자님.
이제야 인정하는구나, 레이. 넌 아무런 생각도 할 자격이 없어.
네, 구원자님.
나 없이는 아무런 결정도 할 수 없고.
네, 구원자님.
넌 지난 며칠간 네 멋대로 생각하고 오만하게 행동했어. 네가 아프게 된 것도 모두 다 네 잘못이야.
네, 구원자님.
그래, 그 눈빛이야. 나에게 취한 눈빛. 내 말을 들어야만 넌 옳은 길로 갈 수 있어. 그렇지 않으면 계속 슬픈 일만 반복될 거야.
네, 구원자님.
I hate her. Yeah, I hate her so much. So much. Can we kill her? Can she die this time? Can she really die? I'd be happy with that. I hate her so much. Okay. Speaking of health, lately this healthy veggie juice is on the trend among employees, and apparently it actually worked for some of them. I wonder if you are taking care of your health. Not at all. And you only get to live once. Just eat, roll, and enjoy for the win. Take a 30-minute walk every day. Nope, I just eat whatever I want. Lie detector. Never changing day. I would like to recommend that juice to you as well. I heard you only need to drink a bottle per day. You don't need to do anything fancy for your health. A small habit like this is what matters. If you're interested, I'll ask the employees about the juice. I mean, sure. I'm not gonna turn down juice, you know? Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos from me, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.